When installing RG59/U cable, an approved underground conduit for CCTV security applications, the requirement for direct burial rating often arises. Fortunately, the National Electrical Code, specifically Section 300.5d, provides clarity on this matter. Section 300.5d addresses the installation of various cable types in raceways. It explicitly states that certain cable types, such as types MV, MC, MI, AC, and IC, are permitted to be installed in raceways. The code also allows types UF, US, and NMC cables to be installed in raceways, with specific exceptions outlined in 334.10c and d for type UF cable. The key point here is that RG59/U cable, or even RG6/U cable, is not explicitly listed among the cable types mentioned in Section 300.5d. Consequently, it falls into the category of other cables. According to the NEC, other cables are generally permitted to be run in Conduit or other approved raceways. This means that if the RG59/U cable is installed within approved underground conduit, it does not necessarily need to be rated for direct burial. The conduit provides physical protection for the cable, shielding it from the direct contact with the soil and potential damage from moisture, chemicals, and mechanical stress. This protection negates the need for the cable to have the additional direct burial rating. It is important to ensure that the conduit itself is suitable for underground use and is installed according to local and national electrical codes. The conduit should be buried at the proper depth, and any connections or splices within the conduit system should be made using approved fittings and methods to maintain a watertight seal. When an electrical inspector raises concerns about the cable's suitability, it is essential to refer to the specific sections of the NEC that address cable installations in raceways. Having a clear understanding of Section 300.5d and its implications can help address these concerns and ensure compliance with the code. In situations where disagreements persist with the local inspector, there are steps that can be taken to seek clarification and resolution. Firstly, it is advisable to contact the State Inspector's Office. These offices typically have experienced electrical inspectors who are well versed in the NEC and its interpretations. They can provide guidance and clarification on the specific requirements for cable installations in conduit. Secondly, if contacting the State Inspector's Office directly does not resolve the issue, it may be beneficial to involve the authority having jurisdiction, abbreviated AHJ. The AHJ is the entity responsible for enforcing electrical codes and standards in a particular area. They can contact the State Inspector's Office on your behalf to seek confirmation of the code requirements. Thirdly, documenting all communication and interpretations from the State Inspector's Office and the AHJ is crucial. This documentation can serve as evidence of compliance with the code and can be used to support the installation if future questions arise. Furthermore, it is important to ensure that the RG59/U cable being used is appropriate for the intended application and environment. While the NEC may not require direct burial rating when the cable is installed in conduit, other factors such as voltage rating, temperature rating, and resistance to environmental factors should be considered. Always consult the cable manufacturer's specifications to verify that the cable is suitable for the specific installation conditions. In addition to the NEC, local electrical codes and regulations may have additional requirements or restrictions on cable installations. It is essential to be aware of and comply with these local codes as well. Local codes may address issues such as conduit fill ratios, grounding requirements, and bonding requirements. When installing electrical cables in conduit, it is crucial to follow industry best practices for cable pulling and handling. Avoid exceeding the cable's maximum pulling tension and use appropriate lubricants to reduce friction during installation. Ensure that the conduit is properly supported and secured to prevent damage to the cable over time. Remember that electrical codes and standards are subject to change, so it is important to stay up to date on the latest versions of the NEC and any applicable local codes. Regularly review code updates and attend training courses to maintain a thorough understanding of current requirements. In summary, RG59/U cable installed in approved underground conduit does not necessarily require a direct burial rating. provided that the conduit offers adequate protection. Refer to NEC Section 300.5d for guidance on cable installations in raceways and seek clarification from state inspectors or the AHJ if disagreements arise with local inspectors. Always ensure that the cable is suitable for the intended application and environment and comply with all applicable local electrical codes and regulations.